Today we are rebuilding the overachievers of the Premier League in AFC Bournemouth. They are fighting for European football this season in real life. And they are having a brilliant season, having defeated the likes of Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, and even Newcastle United away from home. An absolute miracle story in the Premier League this season. However, today, Rebuild Sombrero's mission is to take that Bournemouth team to the next level. Not only competing for European football, but competing for Champions League and the Premier League trophy. That is the end goal of this rebuild. Of course, winning the Champions League is going to be the end of the rebuild. But until then, we have a lot of work to do. Because even though on the surface this team is looking quite good, we still need to replace certain players in order to become the best team, not only in England, but in Europe. Looking at this back line, I absolutely love it. Kerkez, one of the best prospects on that position. We have Zabarni and Huijsen, two of the best centre-back prospects in the world. Kepa in goal gives us the experience for now we need. Adams and Cook in midfield will probably get replaced at some point. Semenyo on the right is only 24, Kluivert is only 25, Ouattara is 22, and of course the striker Evan Nilsson, he might last the entire rebuild. I've also decided to go with the wing play tactical vision, just because we have got some good wingers, also good left back, right backs, that can make pressure, create pressure situations from the wings. A few players are having loan situations. Alex Poulsen in goal, a very talented one, is at Auckland. We have a few goalkeepers actually loaned out. Mark Travers as well. Norberto Neto is at Arsenal. He's already 34 though. And of course Kepa is on loan to us. I mean, we probably need to sort those situations out. Otherwise, Max Aarons is on loan at Valencia, which I can understand sort of, because we've got Julian Araujo at the club. Otherwise, not a lot of loan situations. Yes, we have Hamed Traore, who is at Auxerre on loan, and even Jadon Anthony on loan at Burnley. But all those players are on loan away, not on loan to us. And so our first signing is going to be for our goalkeeper, bringing him in on a permanent deal. Of course, this is the biggest transfer ever for a goalkeeper. He cost like 80 million for Chelsea when they bought him, but now we get him for a tenth of this price, 8 million. It is Kepa coming in to Bournemouth on a permanent. We still got around 56 million in our budget, which is a lot of money for Bournemouth. After signing Kepa, I've moved on both Daniel Jabison and Ryan Christie. Ryan Christie being the big one. He's 29 already. Not a lot of upside to his rating. 78 rated. We got 17 million out of him, and I'm really proud of this. We've now got 77 million, and I think the most important thing is to bring in a new CDM. In the spirit of Bournemouth, I've gone in for a talented CDM who is 23 years old, coming from Porto, where they've already picked up Evan Nilsson from. In Alan Varela, our new CDM, for 30 million. That is a big price, but also a big player. With those guys, Varela and Kepa, certainly Varela is the only real new player, the Argentinian, 23-79 rated. That is the team going into season 1, and I'm really expecting especially a lot of growth. I don't expect us to compete for European football right away. Stay away as far as possible from a relegation battle. That would be absolutely detrimental to the club. And maybe, yes, compete for at least a top 10 spot. But the most important thing, overarching everything, is the growth of those players. The young guys like, where are they? Ouattara. We've even got the 24-year-olds. Semenyo and Evan Nilsson, Varela of course, and the centre-backs, Zabarni and Huijsen, who is an absolute... It's the end of season 1 and we finished mid-table in 11th place, 57 to 57 goal difference, +0 on 50 points. I mean, that is where roughly I would have expected us to finish. Brentford, Leicester and Southampton go down. On the other end of the table, Liverpool, just like in real life, ahead of Arsenal, the champions. The FA Cup goes to Arsenal over Ipswich. Here we've been knocked out by Hull City in round 4, not great. Chelsea win the Carabao Cup over Arsenal as well. Here we've been knocked out in round 3 by West Ham, not great in cup competitions all around. However, Justin Kluivert really delivered 22 goals for him, 19 for Ivan Nilsson, also good, but otherwise no goals in this team. Apart from Kluivert and Ivan Nilsson, Semenyo with only 7, 5 for Sinistera and 4 for Adams. What is the most important thing to me, though, is the growth of the players, and there you can see improvements. Kluivert up to an 81, Ivan Nilsson 83, Varela we bought 82, Huijsen and Zabarni 78 and 79. Kerkez, he's maybe the one that made the most progress, 83 rated. He's now the best player in the team along with Ivan Nilsson. I must say, this was like a mixed season. 11 in the Premier League is not, of course, not as good as Bournemouth in real life. But I like how we've developed the players, especially in defense, and I'm really excited for next season. We've made something happen in Season 2, selling a few players like Luis Sinistera, who goes to Aston Villa, Mark Travers leaves us for Luton, David Brooks goes to Southampton, Joe Rodwell goes to Burnley, we have Chris Mavum going to Darmstadt, another centre-back Senesi, who is 28, goes to Brighton and Hove. And then Max Aarons to Sevilla. We got Araujo at right back, so we didn't need Aarons anymore. We've also sold James Hill and Jadon Anthony to Rez and Besiktas, and then loaned out a few players like Scott Traore, Paulsen and Soler. Meaning that we are now up to 166 million in Season 2 with Bournemouth, which is absolutely nuts. The team is very tiny in terms of squad depth. No, we don't have a lot of it, but we are going to look probably to upgrade once again on Kepa, who is already 30 years old. I don't want to jeopardize anyone else, really. Maybe going to replace Adams at CDM, but I'm not so sure about it yet. And so as our first signing of Season 2, we go in for that new goalkeeper, the upgrade on, of course, Kepa. Kepa is still staying at the club though. We go in for one of my favourite keepers on the game, Lucas Chevalier from Lille for 54 million. He's 23 years old. Our second signing of Season 2, probably the final one, is going to be a CDM. Another 23-year-old who is about 80 rated, will replace Adams in the long run. It is Samuele Ricci joining us from Torino for 36 million. We finally went on to sell Tyler Adams to RB Leipzig, the 26-year-old, 80 rated. He gets a new career in Germany. Now this is how the team is looking like. Chevalier in the net, Kepa now on the bench, of course. A much improved squad with that. Ricci in the CDM spot. He's of course 3 years younger than Adams, same overall already. Otherwise, I don't change anything. Chevalier and Ricci are going to strengthen that team, in my opinion. Very, very easy. It's the end of Season 2, and we haven't really made any progress. 5 points more last season on 55. In 10th position. Still nowhere near European football. Actually, 11 points behind West Ham, 10 behind Arsenal in 7th. Newcastle win the FA Cup over Crystal Palace. Even here, we've been knocked out very early by Birmingham in round 3. And the Carabao Cup goes to Spurs over Newcastle. Here we've been knocked out by Aston Villa in round 4. I don't really know what we've done wrong. I mean, Semenyo, Ivan Nilsson and Kluivert delivered 17, 17 and 13 goals. But once again, all the others, not a lot of goals. I mean, our 5th best scorer, 6th best scorer is Huijsen with 1 goal. That is not good enough. The team in itself is actually looking quite nice. Everyone apart from, where are they? Apart from Araujo is in their 80s. Chevalier up to an 87, 83 Ricci, 85 Varela, 82 Kluivert, 85 Ivan Nilsson. So we need to replace probably Araujo next season. But otherwise, this team, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is looking good. I'm not gonna lie, we haven't had a great season. Once again in the Cups, we've kinda, messed it up. 10th in the Premier League is still not where I want us to be. But yes, we have time on our hands. Let's jump into Season 3. And so our new right back is going to be a man formerly of Manchester City, an Englishman, coming back to the Premier League. The talented Rico Lewis joining us from Atletico Madrid for 14 million plus Julian Araujo in a swap deal. And as a second man for present and future, we are bringing in a new left midfielder because Ouattara's development plan needed a long time for him to get to the next rating. That's why I brought in Alberto Molero from Inter for 13 million plus Hamad Junior Traore who returned from loan. Rico Luis on the right back spot and Molero on the left midfield spot are the only changes we are making to this starting 11. Ouattara is now a bench player. Paulsen returned from loan, so has Soler. Unal is also still backup striker because Evan Nilsson is no one is going to get past Evan Nilsson. Ricci and Varela still very good at CDM, and I think with those two signings we have made a big important step towards European football in season 4 next season. We've actually gone on and sold both Marcus Tavernier and Philippe Billing for combined 33 million, as well as loaning out Julio Soler for what you want to see. 4th position, 17 points behind Chelsea are the champions. We are on 73 points, 23 wins, 4 draws only, and 11 losses. A bit much those losses, but still a very, very good season. 5 points out of Newcastle, and probably normally next season we'll play Champions League football. The FA Cup goes to Liverpool over Man United. Here we've been knocked out by Liverpool in round 5. And the Carabao Cup goes to Brighton over Arsenal. Here we've actually been knocked out in round 3 by Mansfield Town. That is an embarrassment. Let's have a first look at European football. Of course, we'll probably be competing for Champions League next season, and Inter have won that over PSV. The Europa League goes to Germany, to Frankfurt over Napoli, and the Conference League to England, to West Ham over Vitoria. I mean, that's what you like to see. 35 goals by Ivan Nilsson, 16 by Kluivert, 7 by Varela then. Again, not a lot of other players that are getting involved. 16 assists for Molero, but only 6 goals and only 5 and 4 for Semenyo. That's not good. We have arrived at the end of season number 3, 4th in the Premier League. That's what you love to see. Still not good in the Cups, but it doesn't matter as we play European football in season number 4. We have quite a crazy budget at the start of season for 252 million. I don't know when I last had such a budget. Our newest starter on the right midfield spot, replacing Antoine Semenyo in season number 4, is going to be an exciting prospect of only 20 years of age. Taking a little bit of a chance, bringing in Giovanni Quenda from Leverkusen for 54 million. We have actually gone on and sold Antoine Semenyo to Liverpool for the same amount of money we got Giovanni Quenda in, even though they are only 1 overall apart and Quenda is 7 years younger. With the addition of Quenda, that's the transfer window already done and dusted. I mean, our team in general is very good, very young still. Look at the ages on the top right. Apart from Kluivert, who is the captain now, he's 28, but he can also still go. Semenyo could have gone as well, but I wanted to change something, and bringing in Quenda is certainly a good move. And so, at the halfway stage of season 4, we are sitting in the race for top 4 again on 43 points. It's very, very congested. Up only 4 points off second place, and same points than 8. From 2 to 8, there are only 4 points of difference. And in the Champions League, we finish in the top 8. That is crazy. We are immediately qualified for the round of 16. And well, in the round of 16, we face Real Sociedad. First away from home. Let's see how this goes. It's a 2-1 win. Ivan Nilsson and Molero with the goals. Second leg at home at Dean Court. Can we confirm our spot in the next round? Yes, 1-1. Ivan Nilsson with the only goal for us of the game in the 46th minute. 3-1 aggregate. We move. It is quarter-final time already. Dean Court, and we are facing Atletico Madrid in this round. Let's see how this goes. It's a 3-1 win at home. We are with 1 foot already in the semi-finals. That is crazy. Will we confirm a spot in this season's Champions League semi-final? Let's find out. Away from home, it's another 2-0 win, and we win 5-1 on aggregate. We absolutely trash Atletico Madrid. Now, we are in semi-final territory against Barcelona away from home at the Camp Nou, and we win 2-1. That is crazy. Barcelona just get 1 back at the end of the game, but Ivan Nilsson and Ricci with our goals. We are close to a final. Now, can we make it at Dean Court into the Champions League final? Yes, it's a 1-0 win. We are in the final of the UCL, Kluivert with the only goal of the game. That went way quicker than I thought it would. First season itself, and we are already in the final. At the end of the day, we will face Inter Milan in the Champions League final. That is going to be a big one. And we reached second place in the Premier League. Second place behind Arsenal, 8 points. Ahead of both Spurs and Liverpool. Just look at how tight that top 4 race was. Until 7th place Man City, everyone was involved. Chelsea win the FA Cup over Arsenal. Here we've been knocked out early doors by Liverpool. But however, we win the first trophy of this rebuild before the Champions League final. The Carabao Cup over Arsenal, 3-2. West Ham win the Europa League over Atalanta, and the Conference League goes to Reims over Brighton. Kluivert has really stepped his game up. Good that we didn't sell him. 36 goals, 27 for Evan Nielsen, 13 and 13 for Molero, and 9 and 10 for Quenda. That's already much better, with 8 goals for Cherries. Now it is time for the big one. Inter Milan against Bournemouth at Wembley Stadium in London. Here we are facing Inter Milan with the likes of Rodri they've got. That is crazy. And even Nathan Ake. But we are going forward here. Cherries already up into Evan Nilsson. Great chance to start off the game. Here goes Rico Lewis. The duel between the two ex-Manchester City players. Lewis wins it against Ake. Now Giovanni Quenda with all of his speed. A bit too much. Maybe not. Quenda nearly with the assist here. Alberto Molero looking for Cherries. Great ball, great delivery. Cherries, Evan Nilsson. 1-0 Bournemouth, 26 minutes in. The striker striking first. Into Baena. Now Baena, Alex Baena. Great save by our keeper. Corner Inter, Alex Baena on the set piece. Baena. Still going, Molero. There is a bit of space for Cherries. Now Evan Nilsson again, Molero. This is Alberto Molero going inside, trying the shots. Good save, keeper. Here's Giovanni Quenda. Giovanni Quenda looking for Evan Nilsson to unleash him. This is Evan Nilsson. Can't get the shot off. I want to bring on Ouattara for Molero. And otherwise the team stays, I do believe, like this, yes. All into Szoboszlai now. Szoboszlai going forward. Still Szoboszlai. Great intervention by Luis. Oh, great ball by Inter into the penalty box. Here's Esposito, and Huijsen somehow doesn't concede the penalty there. Now we are nearly there. This is Quenda. Could we send away Evan Nilsson for a second? This is Evan Nilsson. At least he can hold up the ball. Looking for Quenda. Still Quenda. Back into Kluivert. We get one final corner. I never score from corners anyway. And that should be it. Ouattara carries the ball. Still Ouattara with the cross inside. We don't get the header to it. And that is it. We've done it. Bournemouth on top of Europe very early on. But we have won the Champions League with the Cherries in season number 4. That's one of the quicker rebuilds I have to say I've managed to do in FC 25. 4 seasons only it took us. A lot of Bournemouth players from the beginning are still there. The whole back line apart from the right back. The goalkeeper Kepa is still on the bench as well. We've changed the CDMs. We've changed the left and right midfielder. Striker is still Evan Nilsson. And that is the result. Bournemouth second in the Premier League. We didn't win the league title. But still we managed to make Bournemouth a constant stay now in the top 4. And that is it for today's rebuild. We are wrapping it up with the title celebrations, where I'm going to leave you alone with, of course, Kluivert. I forgot him, the captain of this team, the number 10. I wanted to replace him, but then in the end I didn't, and that was the right choice, as now he's lifting the Champions League trophy. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I see you next time again. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out.